the Haunted Farmhouse. Deep in the heart of a remote countryside, an old farmhouse stood, weathered by time and abandoned for decades. The once thriving land around it had turned into an overgrown forest, swallowing the house in an eerie silence. Local legends spoke of the tragic history that clung to the farmhouse, making it a place feared by all. The story began with a young girl named Emily, who lived with her mother in the isolated farmhouse. Emily was a sweet and curious child, but her mother was distant and haunted by a dark secret. As the years passed, the tension in the house grew, and strange occurrences started to plague the property. Unexplained noises echoed through the halls, and flickering lights danced in the windows at night. One fateful evening, the townspeople heard a blood-curdling scream coming from the farmhouse. Rushing to investigate, they found Emily's lifeless body lying at the foot of the stairs, her mother standing nearby, a vacant look in her eyes. The authorities determined that it was an accident, but the villagers knew better. They believed that the farmhouse was cursed, and the spirits of Emily and her tormented mother now haunted the place. From that day on, the abandoned farmhouse became a place of fear and trepidation. Tales of ghostly apparitions and eerie cries spread like wildfire, keeping everyone away from the cursed dwelling. As years passed, the legend of the haunted farmhouse grew, and the property was avoided by all. Despite the warnings, a group of thrill-seekers decided to spend a night in the haunted farmhouse, hoping to prove the existence of the supernatural. Armed with cameras and ghost-hunting equipment, they entered the decaying structure, determined to capture any evidence of the haunting. As the night descended, the farmhouse seemed to come alive with ghostly whispers and strange shadows. The group heard footsteps echoing in empty rooms and saw fleeting glimpses of figures in the corner of their vision. Fear gripped their hearts, and some even considered leaving the cursed place behind, but their determination to uncover the truth kept them rooted. Then, they encountered a chilling revelation. In one of the bedrooms, they discovered a hidden journal belonging to Emily's mother. As they read its pages, they learned of the woman's descent into madness, her grief-stricken despair, and her obsession with the idea that her daughter's death was not an accident. The journal hinted at dark rituals and the belief that Emily's spirit still lingered, seeking vengeance for her untimely demise. The group's exploration took an even more sinister turn when they discovered a hidden room in the attic. There, amid faded photographs and old toys, they found a doll that seemed to move on its own. The sight sent shivers down their spines, as if Emily herself was reaching out to them from beyond the grave. Terrified and overwhelmed, the group decided to leave the farmhouse, their cameras filled with footage of unexplainable phenomena. As they stepped back into the moonlit night, they couldn't shake the feeling that they had encountered something truly otherworldly within those haunted walls. To this day, the legend of the haunted farmhouse persists, and the memories of that fateful night still haunt the members of the brave group who dared to challenge the darkness. The farmhouse remains abandoned, a silent testament to the tragedy that unfolded within its walls and the restless spirits that continue to dwell there. Story 2: The Enigmatic Asylum. In a forgotten corner of a bustling city, an imposing structure stood, its towering walls a testament to the past. The asylum, long abandoned, had once been a place of hope for those suffering from mental afflictions. But as years passed, rumors of abuse and inhumane treatment emerged, casting a dark shadow over the institution. The story of the Enigmatic Asylum began with a young woman named Sarah, who was unjustly committed by her family after expressing unconventional beliefs. Sarah was a free spirit, fascinated by the mysteries of the universe, but her family considered her eccentricity a sign of madness. Confined within the asylum's walls, Sarah's spirit was crushed as she endured the horrors of confinement. As the years went by, Sarah's story became intertwined with countless others who suffered within the asylum's walls. Tales of patients being subjected to cruel experiments and neglect spread like wildfire, painting a picture of a place where hope and humanity had long been abandoned. The asylum's dark reputation attracted the attention of paranormal investigators, thrill-seekers, and those fascinated by the macabre. Urban legends claimed that the spirits of the tormented patients still roamed the desolate halls, seeking solace in the afterlife. Despite the eerie stories, some brave souls dared to venture into the abandoned asylum, eager to uncover the truth behind the haunting tales. A group of friends, fueled by curiosity and adrenaline, decided to spend a night exploring the asylum. Armed with flashlights and cameras, they entered the decaying building, their hearts pounding with a mixture of excitement and fear. The atmosphere was heavy with the weight of the past, and the air seemed to hold the echoes of long-forgotten screams. As they ventured deeper into the asylum's depths, the group encountered chilling signs of its dark history. Flickering lights, mysterious cold spots, and unexplained noises sent shivers down their spines. Some felt as if unseen eyes were watching their every move, and the feeling of being unwelcome in the asylum grew stronger with each step. In one particularly eerie room, the group encountered a collection of old patient records and photographs. The haunting images and heart-wrenching stories of the individuals who had once lived within the asylum's walls brought tears to their eyes. It was a stark reminder of the suffering and injustice that had occurred within those very halls. As the night wore on, the group experienced unexplainable phenomena, including doors slamming shut on their own, objects moving without any visible cause, and ghostly apparitions that seemed to manifest out of thin air. Fear and wonder intermingled, leaving them in awe of the Enigmatic Asylum's haunted past. Eventually, the group decided to leave, their cameras filled with eerie footage and their hearts heavy with the weight of what they had witnessed. As they stepped out into the dawn, they couldn't help but feel a newfound appreciation for the significance of the asylum's history. Their experience within the abandoned asylum left a lasting impact, and the haunting memories of that night would forever be etched in their minds. The Enigmatic Asylum remained a place of mystery and sorrow, its secrets preserved within the crumbling walls, a reminder of the pain and suffering that had transpired within its confines. Story 3: The Cursed Mansion. In the heart of an ancient town, a grand mansion once stood, its opulence a reflection of the wealth and prestige of its former inhabitants. However, beneath the grand facade lay a dark history that had earned the mansion a reputation of being cursed. As the story goes, the mansion had been built by a wealthy family in the 19th century, but their fortunes took a turn for the worse when a series of tragedies struck. The legend began with the untimely death of the family's young daughter, who was rumored to have fallen to her death from the balcony of her bedroom. The family's grief was further compounded by a series of financial losses and misfortunes that befell them, leading to their eventual bankruptcy and the forced abandonment of the mansion. With each passing year, the mansion. Story 4: The Forsaken Orphanage. In the outskirts of a forgotten town, hidden among tall trees, lay an abandoned orphanage that held a dark secret. The building, once a sanctuary for vulnerable children, had been the subject of chilling stories and eerie tales that spread like wildfire among the locals. The legend told of a cruel matron who ran the orphanage with an iron fist, subjecting the children to unspeakable horrors. Whispers of ghostly apparitions, crying children, and mysterious footsteps echoed through the halls, as if the spirits of the tormented orphans still roamed the desolate building. A group of brave urban explorers decided to venture into the Forsaken Orphanage, eager to uncover the truth behind the haunting tales. Armed with cameras and courage, they entered the decaying structure, their hearts pounding with a mixture of curiosity and trepidation. As they made their way through the dark corridors, they encountered chilling signs of the orphanage's tragic past. Faded drawings on the walls, broken toys, and forgotten belongings seemed to whisper tales of sorrow and abandonment. The air was thick with an unsettling energy, and the group felt an inexplicable sense of being watched by unseen eyes. In one of the abandoned bedrooms, they discovered an old photo album filled with black and white images of the orphanage's past residents. The haunting gazes of the children in the photographs seemed to follow them, evoking a profound sense of empathy for the pain they had endured. As the night wore on, the group experienced unexplainable phenomena. Strange noises, doors slamming shut, and cold spots left them in awe of the orphanage's haunted history. Some even claimed to have seen spectral figures in the shadows, as if the ghosts of the orphans were still seeking solace and justice in the afterlife. Leaving the Forsaken Orphanage behind, the group couldn't shake the feeling that they had encountered something truly otherworldly within those abandoned walls. The experience left them with a newfound appreciation for the plight of the forgotten children and a determination to ensure that their stories would not be lost to time. Story 5: The Ghost Shipwreck. In the vast expanse of the open sea, a ghostly shipwreck lay stranded on a desolate beach. The rusted remnants of what was once a majestic vessel evoked a sense of mystery and tragedy that intrigued all who laid eyes upon it. According to local lore, the ship had been carrying a precious cargo of rare artifacts and treasures from a faraway land. But as fate would have it, a powerful storm struck, sending the vessel crashing against the unforgiving rocks, claiming the lives of all on board. Over the years, tales of the ghost shipwreck began to circulate, with reports of ghostly apparitions wandering the shores at night. Locals claimed to have heard ethereal cries and mournful wails echoing through the waves, as if the spirits of the lost sailors still lingered, unable to find peace in the afterlife. A group of adventurous divers decided to explore the ghostly shipwreck, drawn by the allure of uncovering its hidden secrets. Equipped with diving gear and a sense of trepidation, they submerged into the depths of the ocean, their heartbeats resonating with the rhythm of the waves. As they swam closer to the shipwreck, the water grew murkier, and the visibility decreased. Yet, the group pressed on, driven by the desire to unravel the ship's tragic past. In the dim underwater world, they discovered remnants of the cargo that had once been carried by the ill-fated vessel. The artifacts seemed to emit an eerie glow, as if the spirits of the lost sailors were reaching out from the afterlife. The divers felt an overwhelming sense of sorrow and reverence, as if they were bearing witness to a long-forgotten tragedy. As the divers ascended back to the surface, they couldn't shake the feeling that they had encountered something beyond the realm of the living. The ghost shipwreck remained a haunting reminder of the unpredictability of the sea and the lives lost to its merciless embrace. Story 6: The Abandoned Carnival. In the heart of an old town, an abandoned carnival stood as a chilling reminder of a long-lost era. The once vibrant amusement park had once been a place of joy and laughter, but it had fallen into disrepair over the years, leaving behind an eerie atmosphere that sent shivers down the spines of those who dared to enter. According to local legends, the carnival had been shut down decades ago after a series of tragic accidents claimed the lives of several visitors. Tales of ghostly laughter, flickering lights, and spectral figures roaming the deserted carnival grounds became the stuff of nightmares. A group of curious thrill-seekers decided to explore the abandoned carnival, eager to uncover the truth behind the haunting tales. Armed with flashlights and adrenaline, they entered the decaying park, their heartbeats echoing the excitement and fear that filled the air. As they ventured deeper into the carnival, the group encountered chilling signs of its dark past. The once colorful rides and attractions now stood as twisted and rusted remnants, their glory faded by the passage of time. Faded posters and tattered signs whispered of a bygone era, and a sense of nostalgia mingled with the eerie ambience. As the night descended, the group experienced unexplainable phenomena. The sound of faint laughter echoed through the deserted park, and the flickering lights seemed to dance in sync with the spirits of the past. Some claimed to have seen shadowy figures moving among the abandoned rides, as if the ghosts of the deceased visitors.